First, though, 60 years on from the Bristol Bus Boycott, the subject is being added to lessons at some schools here, with a renewed push for it to become compulsory on the curriculum. The boycott led to historic changes across the country, as Cheryl Dennis explains.
See these beautiful murals here to commemorate people in St Paul's who've done fantastic things for the community. Roy Hackett was one of them.
There are decades between the Bristol Bus Boycott and the arrival of these children into the world. But today they're learning about the city's uncomfortable past. It was 1963, black bus drivers weren't allowed, but that was all about to change.
History is about telling the truth. There was racism, discrimination in British society. Let's not cower away from it, let's not move away from it. Let's see what happened, celebrate the figures who challenged it, and then look about why that was wrong and really break down and understand what was happening in Britain at the time, why did people think that way, and why it's important that we think differently today.
In this class of 13 and 14-year-olds in Kingswood, very few knew of the struggles of those who challenged such discrimination just a few miles down the road.
It's a bit odd how people were treated differently because of the way their skin colour and how they looked. I just don't think it's very fair.
It's surprising because how we are now, and we're all equal now. So it's surprising that before it wasn't like that.
It makes me feel weird because if you were a person of colour or skin then, you weren't allowed to do many jobs. You weren't how would you support your family?
It's just better to be taught about it, because you don't really get taught about stuff like that in many schools.
I thought it was surprising for it to still be going to to the 1960s, but they stood up for themselves and did the right thing, and people heard them.
The Bristol Bus Boycott paved the way for banning discrimination, but the topic is an optional extra in schools. It led to revolution decades ago, but still today influences calls for change.
It's one of the most important events in British history. This should 100% be a part of the British national curriculum.
Cheryl Dennis, BBC Points West, Kingswood.